Welcome to another episode of The Natural Body Now, where we interview Afro-American women that have overcome weight loss challenges, and they tell their story and their struggles and their successes. Today we have Miss April Artis from out of North Carolina. Now, April, tell everybody a little bit about your life. She's lost over 47 pounds. She was 198, and she's gone down to 151 now, and you can follow her on Instagram. We're gonna actually go to her Instagram page, Fit Coach April 919. But tell us when you were 198, April.
I started my fitness journey at 198 pounds. That was around January of last year. I just kept trying everything. Nothing was working. I kept seeing about the 21-day fix through Beachbody, and I said, it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. If it doesn't work, I can take it back. So I tried it. I got my supplements through Shakeology, the Shakeology packets. I got my meal prep containers off of Amazon. I got all my shopping list done. I cooked the meal prep for the first time, and I loved it. And it became more so of a habit. And that's when I realized, okay, this isn't another diet. This is actually a lifestyle change. This is something that I want to do for the rest of my life. And I think that's been the biggest part of my success. And I say that often on a lot of my posts. I took the word diet out of my vocabulary. I focused on lifestyle change, and it literally changed my life.
Now,
and I'm so grateful for that.
On that lifestyle change, tell everybody what you were eating at first.
Ooh,
Daily routine.
I was eating a whole bag of chips. I could sit down. I love sports, especially this time of year, March Madness and college basketball. Instead of getting a measuring system for chips, I would just open the bag, sit on the couch, eat them, the whole bag. The pints of Breyer's ice cream, I would just take the wrapper off, stick the spoon in. Being from the South, we cook a lot of, fried chicken and macaroni and cheese with like 6-7 different types of cheese and heavy cream. I'd cook that every Sunday. I would eat that every Sunday. And the weight just piled on me, and I just didn't know where to start. I didn't have an exercise regimen. I didn't know what meal prepping was. I was literally starting from the beginning when I discovered 21-Day Fix.
Now, when you were hit 198, tell them about that cruise that you on.
I go on a family cruise every year. We were in Bermuda, and I was taking pictures, and family was taking pictures at different ports and everything. And I looked at the pictures and I said, ooh, that's not going to work. So we took another cruise when my parents renewed their wedding vows. And, I was the maid of honor. So, I had my hair done. I had a beautiful dress, had beautiful shoes. And I just looked and I said, oh, gosh, that was in September of the year before, because I've been on my weight loss journey almost a year. So that was in September before I started my weight loss journey in April of 2016. So that was September 2015 when I saw those pictures, and it was an eye-opener. It really was. I mean, it was a happy occasion, but I wasn't happy on the inside.
Now,
so I knew something had to give.
What weight loss regimens or gimmicks had you tried?
I did the green smoothie cleanse. I ended up gaining more weight because the smoothies weren't working for me. I was ending up more hungry. So in addition to what was supposed to be just the smoothies as a meal, I was eating with my green smoothies, and not healthy. Not healthy. Anytime anyone would pass by, being a teacher, I get fed a lot. I
Uh-huh.
mean, the students' parents bring in cookies and candy and cakes and all kinds of things. And instead of saying, "Oh no, I'm doing the green smoothie cleanse," I can't have that. I said, "Oh well, it's just one Krispy Kreme donut, or it's just one cookie." And before
Uh-huh.
I knew it, I was packing. I was actually doing this, and I laugh about it now. I was taking more than one cookie or more than one donut and wrapping it up in a napkin and bringing it home. And that, to me, my mom told me, she said, if you have to sneak to eat it, you shouldn't be eating it. She said, so, you know, and that just really, I was like, I'm sneaking to eat. I know I shouldn't have that. I know I shouldn't do that. But, it would be rude. I would, try to make rationale of my horrible eating habits. Like,
What kind of
oh,
rationale would you do? Hey, mate.
it would be rude. They took the time out to, bring me donuts or bring me cookies, and it'd be so rude of me, not to eat it, you know. So yeah, like I said, I can laugh about it now because now, and that's when I knew that it clicked with me, that my lifestyle change worked for me. Not only was the weight coming off, not only are the inches coming off, but I can buy bags of chips. I can buy cookies and buy ice cream for my family, and I'm not tempted by it. That took some time. Now, when I first started this journey back in April of last year, my mom and dad would come home to visit me. They live in Atlanta, and they come to visit me at least once a month. And my dad was like, "You don't have any soda in this house. You don't have any cookies in this house. Where are you hiding it? Where is it?" I said, "I don't have it." Because I used to do that too. I used to hide food. I used
Where
to
would you
hide.
have it?
I have those little Rubbermaid bins with all my clothes and shoes in it, and I would hide
Uh-huh.
it there. So I would have like the carrots and the healthy stuff in the kitchen. Be like, "See, I'm really I'm really focused on doing this diet." And then in the garage, I'd have salted caramel chocolate chip cookies and ice cream, and so I got out of that. And I explained to my parents. I said, I'm doing this for me, and you might not see all the junk food that I used to have in the house, but it's a part of the process and part of the journey. So for the first few months of my journey, I didn't buy any of that for them. Nothing. So I just now recently got to the point where I can buy ice cream, I can buy cookies and chips and soda when I know my mom and dad are coming into town, and it's still unopened when they walk through the door.
Mm.
So I'm not tempted by it. Um, if I do eat chips, I do eat the plain kettle chips. That's
Uh-huh.
it. That's it. I don't do anything other than the plain kettle chips, and I portion control. I sit there and I literally, if the bag says 35 chips, I literally sit there and I count out 35 chips, and then I put the put the bag up and put it away in the cabinet and say, okay, that's it. I limit my carb intake. Um,
Uh-huh.
I do 2 servings of carbs a day. That's it. I typically don't eat carbs after between 6 and 7 o'clock. So I'll usually do a carb for breakfast,
Well,
and then
what?
hmm,
Tell them exactly what you eat for breakfast.
for breakfast, I love making my own breakfast bowls. I will do quinoa, scrambled eggs with spinach and peppers, and I do the turkey sausage crumbles. I
Uh-huh.
also in addition to red meat, I cut out pork as well. So I do
Okay.
turkey bacon, turkey sausage. Um, I love shake. Sometimes I'll do my Shakeology for breakfast, and
Uh-huh.
I love Shakeology because I never get bored with it. I do, I have a Pinterest page where I look up Shakeology recipes. And
Mm-hmm.
I usually do the combo pack, the barista combo pack with the chocolate, vanilla, and cafe latte Shakeology. And I
Okay.
do unsweetened almond milk.
Okay.
And I do different recipes. Sometimes I just come up with stuff out of the top of my head. I'll do fresh fruit in the vanilla, and then to, spice it up a little bit, I'll put some sugar-free cheesecake pudding mix in the strawberry and
Mm-hmm.
vanilla Shakeology mix, and do a strawberry cheesecake Shakeology. I have a recipe for a peach cobbler Shakeology. I
Do
have
you?
Yes, I do
Yeah.
fresh peaches, unsweetened almond milk, cinnamon, and the vanilla Shakeology mix. And I put it in my NutriBullet. And a lot of times, Shakeology is dinner as well. I'm full during the day. I eat. And a lot of people don't think that. They're like, oh, you starve yourself. No, I have breakfast, I have lunch, I have dinner, and, 2 servings of fruit as my snacks for the day. Or I'll do 2 boiled eggs as a snack, and then a Gala apple and peanut butter as my afternoon snack. I eat. I don't starve myself. I don't at all.
Um, now, how did you feel when people started noticing that you were losing? When was the first time somebody noticed? Because I know they had to feel good.
Yes, my parents, my mom is so honest. My dad is more, when I was heavier, he was more along the lines of, well, you're smart, and, you have a beautiful face. And he would say, my mom was like, girl, you got to do something. You got to lose weight. Because I'm 4'11",
Oh,
so
you
I'm
short.
short. So I had people asking me, was I pregnant? I was, and that should have been ding, 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 light bulb, wake up call. But, I wasn't mentally ready yet. But and to answer your question, my parents came home. It was during my second 21-day fixed challenge.
Mhm.
My second round. I opened the door. My mom looked at me and she said, "Oh my gosh." That's exactly what she said. And I'm thinking, okay, I just got my hair done. What's wrong with my hair? What's
Mhm.
wrong? So I'm thinking something's wrong. And she said, "You look great." And I said, "Thank you." And then my dad came in and he kind of looked at me and he was like, "Okay, Beyonce." I said, "Oh, okay." He said, "You look great." And the real test with them was going out to eat. Um, so that night we went out to Sweet Tomatoes. I fixed my salad. I got 1 serving of the vegetable chili, 1 blueberry muffin, like a teeny, teeny little, my dad said a drop of the vanilla frozen yogurt. And after that, I was done. I didn't get any chocolate. I didn't get any chocolate brownie lava cake. I didn't, and dad was like, okay, you're going to put anything in your purse? No. No, I used to do that too. I used to take stuff from buffets and places when I would go out to eat. I used to do that too. But I said, no, I said, once I'm done, I'm done. I push it away and that's it. I'm done.
Now, what about some of the worse when people say you were gaining weight, you look pregnant? What are some of the hurtful things that you encountered?
Um, People always, my students' parents always just, and I know they didn't mean anything harmful or malicious by it, but they would ask me, they were like, oh, are you expecting? Or, you know, oh my gosh, why didn't you tell me? And I was like, I'm I'm not pregnant. I said, I think I would know. I was like, no, I'm not pregnant. Or I would have someone say, hey, I'm doing jazzercise on Saturday, feel free to come by. And I'm like, okay, so they're telling me, okay, okay. So it bothered me. It really did, but I wasn't in that frame of mind yet.
Now, when it bothers African American women about their weight, when is it that they actually want to make a change and want to do a lifestyle change? Because I know they do all of these gimmicks and all that, and we always promote natural weight loss, even with our products, only natural products, because we know if they use those man-made products, they're going to end up gaining the weight back.
Exactly. Exactly. Like I said, I tried diet after diet after diet. I did the green smoothie cleanse. I did the Mag 7 pills. With that, I was eating junk food and taking the Mag 7 pills and saying, okay, well, I'm having regular BM, so I'm good. And then I'd step on that scale and 10 more pounds than I was when I started, or 15 more pounds. That was my breaking point. When I stepped on that scale and I was 20 pounds heavier than when I started my diet, I said, okay, so this is, So then my biggest inspiration, honestly, was my mother. My mother, before her wedding, she's right now at a 60-pound weight loss. She's 55 years old. And to look at her, it's like people never believe that she's the age that she is. And what she told me, she said, I'm not on a diet, because people always said, you know, what diet are you doing? What diet? She said, I'm not on a diet. She said, I'm doing a lifestyle change. Diet is temporary. Lifestyle change is something you will continuously do for the rest of your life. So I thought about it. I was like, you know, if that could work for her, that could work for me. But see, she's different. I was the type of person, I couldn't say no to food. If I was at a party talking and someone said, hey, do you want this? Do you want that? Oh yeah, let me try it, or let me get some. Or even if I wasn't hungry, I would just look at it and think, okay, I'm gonna eat it. I could just walked into somewhere full stomach, just ate, got up from the table, someone brings in something, okay, I'll try it. So I said, okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I went into prayer. I said, I'm going to try a different approach. I'm going to take diet out of my vocabulary completely. I'm going to pray about it. So my Bible and my Bible highlighters, and I also bought a journal. I did a day one journal. I started from day one, my feelings, my positive aspects on it, my negative aspects on it, my goals. I wrote that all down. I said, okay, we're going to do it all different. It's no more diet. It's no more not planning. Because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's what I was doing wrong. I wasn't meal prepping. I wasn't planning out my meals. I was just grabbing and go. Whatever I saw, grab it and go. Whatever was convenient. And that changed on the beginning of April. I said, okay, I'm really going to commit to this. I threw out all the junk food in my house, or I gave it away. I was going to, neighbors, hey, you want this, you want that, and what they didn't want, I threw it out. I said, okay, we're going to look at the list. If it's not on the list, I'm not going to buy it. I bought all fresh fruits and vegetables, produce. That's when I started drinking almond milk. And then I did Pinterest, healthy meals. I did Pinterest. I wrote out my meals before I went food shopping. And that's what I continue to do. I call it my meal prep planning. I write out my meals. I go shopping on Saturdays for 2 weeks at a time. I do grocery shopping for 2 weeks at a time. I cook on Sunday. I meal prep. I eat what I meal prep that whole week. I don't eat anything else. If I didn't meal prep it, I don't eat it. I'm very strict about that. And then whatever's in the freezer for the next week, I take that out Saturday night, let that unthaw, cook that on Sunday, and do the whole process over again. And it's become repetitive. I'm used to it. Sunday with daylight savings time, it threw me off. I was exhausted, so I ended up sleeping. I ended up sleeping most of the day, so I didn't meal prep until Monday night, and I could tell my whole day was thrown off. I ended up waking up Monday morning and made me a homemade salad of stuff that was in my refrigerator, and I could tell I didn't, meal prep and cook and meal prep, and it really just amazes me at how that one time I could tell the difference, because I've been doing it for almost a year repetitively.
Now, tell us about the meal prep. When you go grocery shopping, let them know what you buy.
I love ground turkey. This is my third straight week eating ground turkey. With the ground turkey, I do fresh peppers and onions. I don't do, the last couple weeks, I haven't done carbs with them. I will do cabbage or collard greens or green beans. When I was doing carbs with it, I did quinoa. I do chocolate covered edamame, which is absolutely delicious. I love it. I used to be able to eat a whole box of goobers, sometimes 2 boxes of goobers at one time. And I like chocolate. I love chocolate, and I love crunchy things. So the chocolate covered edamame is perfect. It's got that crunch to it. That's combination of sweet and salty, and it's dark chocolate and it's edamame, so it's healthy for you, and I love it. And I do
tell a little bit more about that. Some of them don't know what that is.
It's baby soybeans. I get mine from Walmart. In Walmart, it's located in the produce section. And it's about almost $4 a bag, but it's so worth it. It lasts. I count those out too. I count the pieces out.
Tell them how to spell it.
It's EDEM. I think it's, I don't even.
That's close enough. They'll remember when they go on Walmart.
Yes.
Chocolate covered edamame.
Yes.
Okay. Now you drink a lot of water too, don't you?
I drink a gallon of water a day, and I do I try different types of water to keep me on track with drinking water. When I was drinking just plain water, that was another reason why I wasn't losing weight, because I'd get bored. I'm like, okay, this is just bottled water. And I'm like, okay, well, ginger ale tastes better, or, Dr. Pepper tastes better, sweet tea tastes better, so I'm gonna drink that. But I started looking up infused water recipes, and so I started out with lemon slices and fresh strawberries. Then I switched to raw honey, lemon slices, and mint leaves, and that's what I got hooked on. I love it. So I do that every single day.
So you put that in a gallon of what?
I have a little jug. I have it right here. It's never far. It's a little 48-ounce little jug that I got off of Amazon. I bring this to work, and I drink it all throughout the day. And I also have a Fitbit. So as I drink the 48 ounces, I will put it on my Fitbit app to keep track of how much water I have left to drink.
Okay. Now, that recipe, you said you put mint leaves, raw honey, and lemon.
Lemon slices. Slices. I used to just squeeze lemon in it, but my mom told me, she said, you actually need to put the lemon slices in it. That's better for you. So I take a lemon, and I always buy, 2 to 4 lemons at a time when I do my grocery shopping, and I just slice it and then just drop it right there in the little jug.
So it's 48 ounces.
Yes.
Okay, so how many lemons do you put in the 48 ounces?
I usually do half a lemon.
Okay, half a lemon.
Cut it in half and just keep chopping.
Do
I
you
also
squeeze
have
it?
another, I just put it right in the refrigerator, and I have another container for work in the refrigerator. So I do one for home and work. So I have, so I can keep track at both places. I can keep track and focus with my water goals.
Now, can you tell them the purpose of you drinking that water, that gallon a day?
It flushes out my system. Um, Before, when I was eating unhealthy, and I used to eat a cookout every single day.
Cookout is good.
I used to get a cookout tray and a peanut butter banana pudding milkshake or Dr. Pepper or sweet tea every single. They knew me by name. They knew me by name.
They got the
So
fries and the onion rings. You get two sides. So what?
I used to get the double seasoned fries. It's no shame in my, like.
You
It's no
said they
shame.
knew you by name.
They knew. I used to do the double seasoned fries, the burger or the chicken strips tray with the
Uh-huh.
double fries and a peanut butter banana pudding milkshake and a Dr. Pepper or sweet tea every day. And you know, I would look at my bank statement and it was, cookout, Taco Bell, Wendy's, and I'm spending all this money. And and I heard about the investment for a 21-day fix. And
Mm-hmm.
it said 160, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, that's a lot of money. And then I thought about it. I said, well, if I take all the eating out and Chili's, I used to love Chili's. I ate at Chili's every Saturday. So I was like, if I think about, the Papa John's and the Chili's and the cookout trays every day, I add that up, that's more than 160 plus what it's doing to my body and my health. I said, so
Uh-huh.
160 really isn't that bad to start a lifestyle change. It's really
Um,
not.
now, did you eat the Krispy Kreme donuts? Because a lot of women I interview love Krispy Kreme.
Oh yes, I'm a North Carolina native, so we love Krispy Kreme. And then with the Carolina Panthers, and when they win, we get I want to get one half off. Oh yeah, I would walk into work with my 2 dozen. Here they are. I take my 4 and be like, okay, y'all help yourselves. Krispy Kreme, Baskin Robbins, ice cream, Cold Stone, Bojangles.
I got Bojo. Okay.
As a North Carolina native, Bojangles. Yes.
The
Oh my
biscuits and the
gosh.
cinnamon.
The cinnamon raisin biscuits from Hartis.
Uh-huh.
I would get the 2-pack, and I would usually get 4. So I would get 2 packs of the cinnamon raisin biscuits from Hardee's. Bojangles, I would eat the bowberry biscuits, the blueberry biscuits with the icing on top of it. I'd get 2 of those. And I wouldn't share. I would not share. People would ask, hey, can I have some of your chicken? No, no. I can go get you some. I
Mm.
can go get you a wing dinner from Bojangles, but no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Um, and it just didn't register with me at that time. Something had to be done because I wasn't ready. And I understand now that weight loss isn't just physical, it's mental as well.
Uh-huh.
You have to be ready because it's not going to be easy. My bedroom is literally, I can walk out and see my kitchen. And that is when I used to have the most problems at night. I would sneak and eat. I would sneak and eat at night. And I'm like, okay, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'd wait till everybody went to bed. I'd get a salad and be like, oh, I'm not hungry. Everybody would go to bed, and I'd go in there and get my fried chicken and potato salad and macaroni and cheese and bags of chips and sneak and eat. And
Mm.
it it was frustrating because I didn't know. literally didn't know what to do. I knew I wanted to lose weight. I knew I wasn't healthy. I knew I wasn't happy. I just didn't know what to do. But I just decided to just go for it. I said, it can't hurt. It can't hurt to try to change my lifestyle any more than stepping on the scale and seeing 198 pounds hurts. So I said, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go for it. And then when I started seeing pounds slide off and inches slide off, and just recently my 5-pound weights became comfortable while I was working out, so I bumped up to 10-pound weights. A year ago, I would have never imagined. If someone would have said, hey, a year from now, you'll be exercising every day, you'll be doing burpees, you'll be, doing planks, you'll be doing the real sit-ups and real push-ups, not the girly, girl, the real ones, and lifting 10-pound weights, I would look at them like they were crazy. I'd be like, who, me? Me? Really? But I love it. It's habit to work out now. I look forward to it. I look forward to it either in the morning before I go to work or when I come home. I know it's time to, wash my face, put my headband on, switch into my workout clothes. I keep my workout clothes laid out, so when I get home from work, if I don't do it in the morning, I can just slip on my workout clothes and press play and do my workout DVDs.
Now, so let's go through a typical day. You wake up, and what are you gonna eat?
It depends. If I know that I have time and I've done all my lesson plans and I've done everything regarding my school day, I'll fix a breakfast bowl. I do scrambled eggs, spinach, peppers, onions, and every now and then I'll throw in some quinoa. And then I'll have that with my 48 ounces of lemon mint water. I drink this as soon as I wake up. As soon as I wake up, I keep it right here by the bed, and I sip on it through the night. But I drink it as soon as I wake up. Then, if I don't have the breakfast bowl, I will do Shakeology. I love the shakes. I love them. This morning I had the cafe latte Shakeology. I put caramel extract in it and unsweetened almond milk and cinnamon. Another Shakeology flavor that I came up with that I love, I call it the sugar cookie Shakeology. It's vanilla Shakeology, almond extract. Almond extract makes all the difference. It gives it that sugar cookie taste. It doesn't
almond extract.
Yes, it does not taste the same without almond extract. It's vanilla Shakeology, almond extract, peanut butter, unsweetened almond milk, and cinnamon. I put cinnamon in just about all of my shakes, if not all of them, because cinnamon is an anti-inflammatory.
Now, how much almond extract do you put in that shake?
Just a tiny little splash. Tiny little splash. And the thing I love about 21 Day Fix is it comes with the portion control containers. So I can put the almond milk in the carb container, which is the yellow one. And I know, and now it gets so, I've done it for so long, I don't even have to use the portion control containers.
Now,
I know.
Now what about lunch?
For my lunch, I will take what I meal prep on Sundays. I pack up the whole, I meal prep for the whole week, and I have my bowls lined up. So what I do is the night before, I will line up everything at the middle shelf of my refrigerator so I can just take everything out, put it in my work bag, and go. So this week, I cooked ground turkey with peppers and onions and cabbage with seasoned with the red pepper flakes. So that's my lunch for this week. Dinner, because I've still been full after my breakfast, lunch, and my snacks. I've been doing Shakeology this week for my dinner.
Now tell them some good snacks.
Fruit. I love Gala apples and all natural peanut butter. I get my groceries from Walmart. I get the Great Value brand almond milk. I get the Great Value brand peanut butter. And they have the all natural peanut butter, which is amazing. So I will take the apples, cut it into fours, and put my peanut butter on the apples, and that'll be my snack. I love cuties, the little oranges, and plain Greek yogurt. I love plain Greek yogurt because it can be used to substitute for so many different things. My dad is from Miami, and they put sour cream in their grits. So they came home. I didn't have any sour cream. I had the plain Greek yogurt. They used the plain Greek yogurt, and they were like, we can't tell the difference. And with the plain Greek yogurt, a lot of times that's dinner as well. When I have that for dinner, what I do, I drizzle raw honey, and then I do strawberries and blackberries.
Okay.
And it's so, oh my gosh, it's so good. It is so good.
Now, so you have on that meal prep that ground turkey you said with the
Yes.
Peppers or cabbage. Do you eat anything else with it?
Every now and then I'll do brown rice.
Okay.
Or quinoa, but lately I've been watching my carbs since I know that the almond milk counts as a carb and corn counts as a carb under the 21-day fix. And I love corn.
Okay.
So there'll be times when I'll do turkey meatballs and I do corn on the cob with the turkey meatballs, or I love to make my own sweet potato fries. And that counts as a carb. So, I'm very careful with the brown rice and the quinoa because of the other things that I eat that are, carbs, considered carbs under the program.
Okay. Now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna share the screen because we want to go to your Instagram.
Okay.
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 So first, let's see. We're gonna pull that back up, and I want you to tell them a little bit about the Instagram, but we'll do our commercial. Let's see. All right, let's go to our quick commercial. I always do a quick commercial.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see the screen. They probably can't see the screen. Share. So I'll pull this up for a quick commercial on Natural Body Now. We have the cleanse, which helps you have natural bowel movements. Now, as far as were you having natural bowel movements
prior to you
starting changing your lifestyle change?
No. I had developed a laxative dependency. Because I was unhealthy with my eating, so I wasn't having natural bowel movement. So I started using laxatives, and that progressed to after the store-bought laxatives, and I got fancy with it and did the Mag 7 pills, and so no. And then when I started getting stomach cramping, I said, oh, that's not good. I have to think of another way. Even when I was eating the salads and the fruits and drinking the water, it still wasn't working because I wasn't doing that full time. Whereas now, with the Shakeology has so many different types of vitamins and nutrients, and then the water, and then all the fruits and vegetables and healthy natural things that I'm eating, it's really helped.
Yeah. Okay.
It's amazing. You don't think if I, eat right and drink water, I'm going to be able to, have a natural you know, bowel movement, and it really does. It certainly does. It definitely, your diet definitely, and what you drink definitely
Mhm.
contributes to that. It's a major factor.
Can you see your Instagram page?
Yes, I can see it.
Is that you?
Yes, that is me.
Okay. Now, you can just tell what pictures you want me to go through, and you can start talking.
I think I have some before and after. I have a lot of before and after pictures.
We're gonna go on down.
Yes, I have my first.
This one?
Yes, that's my first Black women losing weight feature. Um, and that's what you saw.
Hmm.
What
You
connected to you.
you even
That
look younger.
that was the picture on my first Black women losing weight feature. Um, I just I look at the pictures and I'm like, wow, that's me. That's me. And you know, I have my that picture beside it is the that
But
and
this
this yes, that was at a cookout or something. I can't remember.
right
And
here.
no. The before and after from
Oh,
yes, that was at a cookout. And you know, it just amazes me when I put pictures like that beside pictures of me now, and it's just like, wow, that's the same person. That's me. That's me. I think I have pictures of my mom's wedding. I do, yes, the picture right there. Yes,
this one.
yes. The picture on the left, that is me at my mom and dad's vow renewal in on the Carnival Sunshine. So that is of
That's
the
when
wedding.
you're 198.
Yes, that was with the wedding cruise.
And
And
411.
whew, I kind of like looking at that picture, and then I'm just like, woo,
Let's,
gee.
um,
And I always put my food. I always like to put my food on my Instagram so people can see. You know,
mhm.
I don't starve. I don't starve. I never go to bed hungry. Um, if I do feel a craving for something and it's past a certain time, I'll drink my
Mhm.
water. Because that water with the lemon, mint, and raw honey, it has a sweetness to it, so it curbs my sweet tooth. But
But can you tell them the exact measurements that you think for that water, lemon, and the honey and stuff? Because they're gonna want to know that.
okay, I start off by putting ice in my water jug,
Hmm.
and then I squeeze, I'd say about a teaspoon of raw honey
Okay.
into the ice, right on top of the ice. I measure out 10 to 12 mint leaves, and I
Okay.
put them in there, and then I cut the lemon slices.
Okay.
I do this. My cup right now has about 6 lemon slices in it, and
Hmm.
I don't do the wedges. I do slice. So I just
Right.
slice the lemon slice. Um, the because I did my research and they said that the lemon slices are better for you with the water. It
Okay.
adds more nutrients to the water by having the slices. And then after I do that, I take my filtered water and I fill
Hmm.
it up. I fill up the water and I drink it all throughout the day. All throughout the day. And then I keep it by my bed at night so I can, if I wake up and I'm thirsty, if I'm waking up and I'm craving something sweet, I
Hmm.
can sip my water.
Okay. Um, I, s- I see your meal prepping.
Yes, yes.
Mm, what else? Now let's take a look at this. So this is where you've gone shopping.
Yes, the squash and zucchini at the top, on the top,
Yeah,
I use that for my noodles. Instead of carb noodles,
right.
I have one of those Veggetti Pros
Uh-huh.
that you can put the vegetables in and spiral it, and it can make your own noodles.
Now tell them what that was again.
It's called the Veggetti Pro. I got it as a gift from one of my students' parents, but you
Uh-huh.
can find that on Amazon.
Okay. Now, what else would you like to share with the women? What would you say to them? Because there's a lot of women out there that are hurting. I mean, I talk to them every day,
hmm
and they're hurting. So, what would you like to say to them?
I would say, first of all, if whoever sees this, reach out to me, and I'm here for everybody because I've been there. I know what that's like. And the main reason that I became a fitness coach is because I've seen my mom, my grandma, my great grandmother, my aunts, Black women in general, they take care of everybody else but themselves. And I tell people who approach me about my fitness journey and joining, my challenge groups, you know, I don't have time. I don't know what to do. And, I tell them, I said, you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to give to yourself first. You give to everyone else around you, as many Black women do. I see it every day. I've seen it for, my whole life with my mother and, like I said, my grandparents and, all the women around me in my family. Just don't give up. It's not an easy process. It can be frustrating at times because you're eating right, you're exercising, you step on a scale, and you've only lost 1 pound. And I made a post about that today on my Instagram and my Facebook of my current weight. If you think about it, with 1 pound a week added up to 52 weeks in a year,
Mm-hmm.
that's 52 pounds in a year.
That's a
And
lot.
I also like to stress to people non-scale victories. And I did a post about that as well. Not all of my victories come from the scale. It's
Mm-hmm.
times I step on the scale, I haven't lost a pound, but I put that tape measure around my waist and I've lost 2 inches off of my waist. Or I go grocery shopping um, during my time of the month and I want Reese's peanut butter cups and bags of the white cheddar popcorn, which used to be my weakness. I used to eat a whole bag of white cheddar popcorn at one time. I can walk past that aisle now, grab my plain kettle chips, and keep moving. It's so important to celebrate non-scale victories. And not only the clothes fitting looser or you're losing inches off your waist, being able to say no to something that you were once addicted to. That's what it was. I had a food addiction. I had a food and soda and sweet tea addiction. And being able to say no to the foods that I was once eating every day, saw myself as not being able to live without. That's what I celebrate. Um, and if you have children, get them in on it. Get them in on the vegetable chopping and the cooking and the meal prep. That way they grow up seeing you do it and they're doing it alongside you. It'll become habit. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what happened with me. I, started, grocery shopping on Saturdays for 2 weeks at a time, doing my cooking and meal prep on Sundays. And it's habit. It's habit. I know that, Sunday after I, make my shake or I cook my breakfast, I put out all my ingredients and my chopping board on the kitchen counter and lay everything out so I know what I'm working with. So I'm not tempted to eat everything else. other than what I want to prepare. And that's also where the food planning comes into account. I have a journal. I write out my meals. I
Mm-hmm.
write out the color coordinated portion container. I have little Sharpies and I put, the color container that they're associated with. And I plan out my meals. Then after I plan out my meals, I write out my food list for my grocery shopping. I go grocery shopping. I don't leave out of there with anything other than what's on that list.
Mm.
That it took some time.
Mm-hmm.
It took some time. There have been times when, I want to get those cookies. Walmart has these almond toffee caramel chocolate chip cookies. I used to get them all the time with the ice cream. And like I said, I'd open up the cookie container, pop off the top on the ice cream, and just stick my spoon right in the ice cream. Not even use a measuring cup, anything. Just eat right out of the canister.
Mm.
And before I do it, I was scraping the bottom of the pint. Like, oh, I really did, eat this whole carton of ice cream by myself. Um, and that's when the laxatives came into play, and occasionally I would binge and purge and just try to get rid of it because I knew it was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm in that frame of mind of it's wrong, so I'm not going to eat it.
Right.
Instead of eating it and then feeling bad about it and doing what I can to get rid of it because I knew it was bad, I'm just like, okay, it's not bad. I do have cheat days every now and then,
Mm-hmm.
but honestly, I've been so set on my selected foods and drinks that a cheat day for me is a Shakeology as dessert. I
Mm-hmm.
do tiramisu Shakeology a lot. That's with the cafe latte Shakeology, caramel extract, almond milk, ice, and cinnamon. Um, and it's a different mindset. It's like, okay, I used to go from a pint of ice cream to Shakeology being dessert. Or if I'm craving a Reese's peanut butter cup, I do chocolate Shakeology with almond milk and all natural peanut butter. It tastes the same, but it's good
Mm-hmm.
for me. So just
Um,
don't give up. And also, I would tell women, like I say all the time on my Instagram posts and my Facebook posts, take can't out of your vocabulary and amazing things will happen. Don't think of it as diet. Think of it as a lifestyle change. It's not something temporary. Diet's temporary. Lifestyle change
mm-hmm.
is something that I'll work on a lifestyle change for the rest of my life. I'm not
Right.
going to say that for the rest of my life it's going to be perfect because, I've been doing this almost a year. So my, I could go on a cruise, and a cruise, it's endless food. It is endless food on a cruise. And whereas before I just would eat, now, I'm thinking, oh, I can't, wait to pack my workout gear. That is another non-scale victory of mine. When I go out of town, I always pack my workout clothes and my tennis shoes. No matter what hotel I'm at, even if I'm in a relative's home, I'll say, how far is the Planet Fitness from you? Or do you have a park? Or if not, I'll just, put on the Map My Fitness app on my
Mm-hmm.
phone and I'll go for a run. So, it's things like that. And I don't go to the gym very often. I don't have a gym membership. I go through the Planet Fitness through my parents when they're home. I lost my weight by buying weights from Walmart and pressing play on a DVD player in my living room. That's the
Okay.
main thing that attracted me to 21 Day Fix. I can
Uh-huh.
do it at home. Because, of course, when I started out at 198 pounds, I wasn't comfortable. I was like, okay, they want me to, work out I don't know what a burpee is. I don't know what a bicep curl is. And they want me to go to a gym? I'm not going to work out in front of these people and look crazy and look stupid. And that's what pushed me away from wanting to change my ways. I knew I needed to, I wanted to, but that was like, oh, I can't do that. So the thing that really stuck with me with 21 Day Fix, I do it all at home. I just press play, and it comes with a workout calendar, so you know the workouts you do for the day. So I put on my workout gear, go into the living room, grab my light weights, which are my 5-pound weights, grab my heavy weights, which are my 10-pound weights, press play, and boom. Before I know it, put on some music, headphones. Before I knew it, that 30 minutes is done. And I feel great. I say, that 30 minutes out of the day to know that you did your workout, and being tired from a workout feels a whole lot better than going to bed knowing you didn't do that workout.
Right.
It's 30 minutes out of a 24-hour day. It's not much at all. And compared to what it gives to you mentally and physically, it's amazing.
All right. And we're gonna feature you again on Natural Body Now. I know once we're finished, I have to get some. I guess if you send me a good before and after picture.
Okay.
Your best ones, and then.
Okay. I usually take my before and after pictures myself.
Okay.
Because my mom, like I said, my mom and dad are in Atlanta.
Well, the ones we saw on Instagram are good, and we can use another one of those. It's just, I use another one of those.
I have plenty because I do Transformation Tuesday post. I do Flashback Friday post. I have so many pictures before and after of my journey. Because I can't believe it's almost been a year. That's just wow.
Now that slogan that you said, diet is temporary, lifestyle change is permanent. So can you end it with your slogan?
My main slogan that I always tell everybody, I put them on my posts all the time. I do them with my group invites. With being a coach, I'm working on, inviting people to join my group, and I'll be their one-on-one coach and, focus on them. But I tell anybody, I said, if you take the diet approach out and focus on a lifestyle change, and you can't out of your vocabulary, and amazing things will happen. They will happen. It's not, try to make it happen. They will happen.
All right.
Pray, trust in God, talk to Him before anything. Bible reading, journal writing is very important to me. It's definitely helped in my journey. Just, stay focused on you and what you want, and just, you can do it. You can do it. I don't want anyone to say, I can't do it. I'm going to try to do it. You can do it.
You can. All right. Well, I thank you very much.
You.
April Artis, and make sure you all follow her on Instagram. That's Fit Coach April 919.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Reach out to me. I would definitely love to help you all. I love you all. Thank you for your support. It means so much to me. It gives me what I need to keep going on days when I feel like I don't want to keep going. So thank you so much. God bless.
All right, April, thank you very much.
Thank you.